here at HSN. All right, we're going to continue on with one of my favorite giftables I think we've ever done here at HSN. Lindsay is here, Lindsay Mattioli, and you're from San Diego?
San Diego.
San Diego. Now, customer pick with 234 reviews on hsn.com. I've given this as gifts to so many people, including my mother-in-law. This is the extra large state cutting board 4-piece gift set. Okay, so what happens is Lindsay gets your order. Her family, who has custom designed these, each one has not only, oh, here's your state, you know, snooze, boring. It's like really cool inside, you know, artist, you know, drawings and points of interest that are not, you know, just the typical things.
Right.
That's what I really love about it.
Exactly. And what we really wanted to do with this is bring your state to life. So picking out, like you said, all the highways, all the little points of interest, but also all the cute little drawings and things that really represent your state. And what I love about this board, I want to—
Because you're getting a lot of extras. I just want to show everybody what you're getting.
Please.
Because we've done different ones over the years. And this one, I'm like, wait, you get the cooking spoon? Wait, you get this for your charcuterie board for your cheese? So you get the cooking spoon, and let me just show you California. Look at that with California on it. You also get all 4 of these, right?
That's right.
And then you also get the salt salad. Do you really? Okay. I'm like, this is a lot. All right. And it slides like this, and this is where you have like your sea salt. Let me show you, if purchased separately, $61.62 value. You're getting everything you see on the screen, but you are not paying $61.62. You are only paying $39.95. This is an amazing deal.
Yeah, I know. We are so happy to be here. And what I want to point out is, what you got before is this size. This is the extra large board, as you mentioned. So take a look at the size, because it is quite a bit of a difference. It's about 50% bigger than what you may have received in the past. So that means you're going to be able to entertain more. You're going to be able to serve more. And this board is 100% bamboo. Our name is Totally Bamboo. 100% bamboo. On the side of the board, I want to point out that it is really durable. It's crosshatch bamboo on the side, so the board is pretty thick. You're going to get that quality from this board. You're also going to get that really cool design when you look up and down. So the front of it, charcuterie board, serving board. Flip the board over on the back. This is the side that you're going to be using for your cutting board.
Yes, good point, because you don't want to ruin the gorgeous design.
It's multi-use, and that's what I love about this, the design, the functionality, and then they all come with this cute little leatherette hang tag to hang on the wall. Now, we're taking you to our office in San Diego right now. That's our designer, Joelle. She worked really hard with the rest of our team to design all these boards, find the points of interest, and pick out what was really important to everyone in all the different states. And this was a multi-year process. We're going to show you the laser etching design. There it is. The laser kind of just jumps through the board, and it's laser etched into the board, so that means the design's not going to come off. It's not going to wash off, chip, fade. It is laser etched onto the board, as well as all these other things that you're getting with this gift set. So it's going to hold up. Is there
any upkeep to bamboo? Because I have a bamboo board, and sometimes I oil it.
Yes, so you can oil them periodically. We recommend just washing them with warm water and soap, and then oiling it periodically, and that's it. It's super easy.
Here's, I think, Rocky, do we have all the states available? Because I know, so you go to hsn.com and you can get, you know, we have all of the states available. I think this is a new configuration. It has not been on air yet that much, you know, just launching this new configuration. We also have Alaska, Hawaii, Kauai, let me see what else. Oahu, Maui, Puerto Rico, Long Island. I love that Long Island and Oahu are their own state. Michigan Upper Peninsula. And then there was one at the bottom I couldn't see. There was graphic over it. What was the last one? It's all the way to the right to the bottom. There's the Upper Peninsula, and what's below that, Rocky?
Long Island.
Long Island. Oh, it is Long Island. It did say that. Okay, because there was like a graphic over it here for me. Okay, so those are also available. So I have been to Oahu many times. There used to be a comedy club there called the Comedy Cow that I've worked a million times. Yeah, and Oahu is its own thing.
So you have your memories from Hawaii.
I do have my memories from Hawaii.
That is the point that I want to point out. So you get this board. It's versatile. It's durable. But what you're giving and what you're receiving is your memories, all that nostalgia.
Right.
When you get this board home, you're going to look at all these places. You're going to remember all the places that either you were born in, where you went to college. And that's what we love about this board, because it's a talking piece. It brings you back to, you know, those connections you had and those memories that you made.
I love it. I love it. And you know, charcuterie is so in right now.
It is.
And it's not that hard, America.
It isn't that hard to make.
Some people sell these very elaborate charcuterie. You could just go to the deli counter and get like some cheeses and then like, you know, some fruit and like, you know, I love the way you've done it in like 3 seconds. You could do sweet or savory.
Well, I love that you've pointed that out because, you know, sometimes people are afraid to make it the perfect charcuterie board.
Right.
And you don't need to do that. This plate is nice, but you
don't
can
have to
put it
get all
on a
Martha
board.
Stewart. You can
Of
just
course,
do it.
right? You can put it on a board like this, and the board will do the work for you because
even if it's just crackers and cheese.
just throw it on there,
Throw it on there.
and you're
all
one
of a
and
sudden
done.
It looks fancy. It looks fancier.
And then when you're pulling the pieces away, you're uncovering all these fun little things.
I love it.
Instead of just having a plain board, a plain plate, up your level of entertaining in style with one of these boards. This is the gift that, you know, we always say you might never expect to receive it, but you're gonna love it.
Well, one of the things I love about it is I have lived in California. I lived there for about 15 years. And when I look at it, I'm like, it looks like it was made by somebody who lived there. It's not
we
like,
are from California,
but I mean,
yes,
each of the states,
but they are
it's
artisan,
like, it's like their, it's like the inside track. Each state, you guys, I don't know how you did that. If you kind of, it isn't just like what you Google and like, oh, Ohio is known for this. It's like deeper dive.
That's a good point too, because a lot of the reviews people love about this board is that when they look at the closed pieces, and by the way, go to HSN, pick out your state, look at all of the different points of interest, because you will probably find that little city that you live in, or all of those places that you visited, and that's what we really pride ourselves on with these designs.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, big customer pick. I would say read the reviews, but you're going to have to take a nap and have it go over 2 or 3 days because there's 234 reviews on hsn.com. Here's the value again. You are getting that 12-inch cooking spoon. You're getting the salt cellar. You're getting the 4-piece set for your cheeses and meats for your charcuterie board. You're getting everything that you see that would be $61.62, but you are not paying that. You're paying $39.95, and your shipping is reduced to $3.50. That's not the regular shipping. We actually reduced it, and we have 3 flex pay. So for $13.32, I think this is a great Father's Day. I know Mother's Day is coming up. It's a great gift for the person, you know, that has everything, or even a gift for somebody that you don't even need to know that well.
You don't need to know their shirt size or favorite color. You don't need to know if they cook because they can hang this on the wall, right?
Right.
And
some gifts you got to know a lot personal. Like this would be a great teacher gift.
Sure. Okay, great point, because as we're coming to the end of the year, we've got graduations, we've got people moving out of state to go to colleges. You know, we've got teacher gifts. I never know what to get my son's teacher, and I got this for her last time I was here, and she loved it. So this, again, when you get this board, it's such a great value today. Pick up a few extra because you're going to want one for yourself. You're going to want one for, you know, if you give one to your mother-in-law, maybe your aunt, or someone else in your family is going to say, well, where's mine? So we always say, get that extra board, go to a friend's house, put together the charcuterie when you're there, just like I did here. I mean, this took me like, what, 3 minutes to make. Put it, show them how easy it is to make this board, and then leave the board with them as a little parting gift. And it makes just a great gift for someone for their housewarming.
Yeah, I mean, for the, you know, the price, as we talk about like a fancy bottle of wine or even a not so fancy bottle of wine, actually it's like $39.95. Read the reviews and you could hear the passion in the people that took the time to log into their account, to write the reviews. And I love looking through, like I'm looking at my daughter went to USD actually in San Diego.
Did she?
Yeah,
oh,
she
fun.
did.
Okay, so you know our area.
I'm very familiar with that area, very familiar with, but it is almost like each one of these has a little bit of a sense of humor. There's a little bit of whimsy and kind of like with the artwork. Do you have like your in-house artists do
We do, yes.
Because I love the artwork.
Yeah, so our artist Joelle designed all of these boards, and it took a few years because we really did go out to people in all the different states and say, like, Michigan, what is important about your state? What should we include? And so we got all this feedback from everyone. It took a few years, like I said, and we finally put this board together. And so every single board that we have has some meaning to us because it took us such a long time to make. So we wanted to include all that. We wanted to bring this board to life because when you get this at home, we want you to take a look at it and, you know, it to evoke all those memories. You know, our family loves to cook. We love to entertain. And so by getting this board, we hope to share some of our memories and for you to create your own memories with your family and friends.
Okay, I'm getting what's sold out. So Long Island is sold out.
Oh, wow.
Upper Michigan is sold out. You said two other things, Rocky, that I would love to have remembered. Oh, West Virginia is sold out and Rhode Island is sold out. So when we started the presentation, we had everything, but this happens every single time. When they start selling out, look, over 670. It's such a personal gift, yet, like what we were saying, you don't have to know, like, oh, is your bed a queen or a king size?
Right.
You don't want to ask some people those questions of giving them gifts of bedding or something, but everybody loves this. And I'll tell you, when my mother-in-law gave this to her, she hangs it up and then, you know, like as a decoration, and then takes it down, turns it over, and uses it all the time.
And then
Sends me
puts it right
pictures
back
of
up.
using it. Yeah, it's so amazing. And, you know, it's also great if you moved away from someplace as like a nostalgia thing,
Right.
where you don't live anymore.
Yep.
Like if you live in Florida and you move to Pennsylvania, it'd be nice to have the board from Florida.
That's right, and we all have that story of our lives. So
Yeah.
like I'm from California, my husband's from Boston, so we have the Massachusetts board and the
Yeah.
California board in our
Yeah.
kitchen. If you know someone,
Exactly.
if you know someone getting married, this is a
Right.
perfect opportunity. You know, get
like
one from the husband.
Like the groom is from this state, the bride is from that
Yep.
state. You get them both of them,
Exactly.
and it's like marrying the two. I love this. This is such a great product, and I know it's a family business.
It is,
and
yep.
you guys, I love it. I love it, and I will also say I shop all year round for holidays and gifts, graduation. This is like a no-brainer. $13.32. Get it home, and it's also exclusive to us here at HSN. This
It is.
configuration you can't get anywhere else.
And this size, you asked for it, you wanted a bigger board, we made it, and this is the only place you're gonna find this size board, 50% larger than
Extra
our
large.
original board. Yep, the extra large
Yep.
board right here, right now.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't have
California
this
is
anywhere
extra
else.
large anyway, but even all the other smaller states are also extra large.
You know, and what I love about this too is when you have that space in your kitchen, like maybe your mom, you were saying hangs it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Maybe you have that awkward space and you can't find a picture or something to put there. Well, this is something that you're
Yeah.
gonna be putting there. It'll take up, it's. Oh.
No, I was going to say my producer's saying I got to go. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I do have to keep moving on. Thank you so much. You guys at home, keep shopping. I do want to remind you of the Today's Special, our very best value of the day. Stay tuned. It's going to be on with Guy at 5 o'clock. We've already sold out of the auto ship. Wah, it's sold out. I couldn't get it, but I did get the single ship. You're getting two of them for that $54.95 price. It is delicious. You're like, olive oil, what's the big deal? Buy it and see. It is, even if you just take a piece of bread and dip it in, I use it for everything now. It's the only oil that I use, and it makes